New details on a dump truck that crashed into the world-famous Whisky A Go-Go on the Sunset Strip on a Friday. Earlier this evening, the truck took out some power lines and several cars, including a mail truck. Residents in the area are reporting power outages. So the question is, will tonight's show go on? We go live to West Hollywood, where Fox 11's Ed Lascos has the update. Ed?
And Christine, no, the big stage at the world-famous Whisky A Go-Go, all dark on a Friday night of all times. Joab will give you a look, all because of this. They're bringing in the heavy equipment, SoCal Edison crews here. What a mess on Clark Street as it runs right off the Sunset Strip. See that white dump truck over there turned into a missile, blasting out of control right down the hill here on Clark Street, running into the backside of Whisky A Go-Go, knocking out power. What a mess. And they're trying to put up the crews there with all their heavy equipment and the cranes, trying to take down what's left of that one power pole. Take that one down because it was snapped like a toothpick, and then replace it and try to get the power on for the block here that heads west on Sunset Boulevard. Let's get into it some more. To the video we go. Check it. These are some of the crews moving in. They cut right through the rush hour traffic, bringing in a new pole and just trying to pick it up, the pieces here one by one, all because of that white dump truck turned missile, a 10-ton missile. As the story goes here from investigators, it's at the top of this steep hill here at Clark Street. They're loading it up with dirt because they're building some homes up there, and all of a sudden the brakes give loose and it's heading down the hill, but there's nobody inside. There's nobody to steer it. It's swerving out of control, blasting down the hill, slams into a mail truck. The mailman, we're told, jumps out just in time. All that power goes through the mail truck, snaps right through that power pole, knocks down transformers, and then right into the backside of the Whisky A Go-Go. Cancels the big show tonight. They had a big crowd coming, even this man coming all the way from Germany. Listen.
Finished all my meetings today, and I was looking forward to go to the Whisky A Go-Go because it's worldwide known.
Did you see the truck over there?
Yes, and I thought, hey, what's going on, you know? So it's a pity, really. I wanted to see actually the good old boys. It's really a pity. So I have to find something else, but I think there's plenty of choice in Los Angeles tonight.
Plenty of choices, he said, but certainly not here at Whisky A Go-Go. And I got to tell you, the band that was headlining here tonight, Boy Hits Car. Really, that was the name of the group, Boy Hits Car. More like a truck hits Whisky A Go-Go, and that's from this block here as you go one block west. They were going to move all the shows over to the Roxy, but that's the next block up. They're out of power, so that's why the utility crews who are really working 24/7. They hope to have all of this back on and the juice back on here. They're saying sometime tomorrow morning, but as far as the shows on this block here, it's really dark. But incredibly, ladies, with all of this destruction, nobody hurt. As one of the inspectors was saying, just imagine if that truck swerving out of control and it doesn't swerve and hit that building. It comes right down this way and it blasts right through Sunset at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon when traffic is jammed here. My goodness, it would have been a disastrous story other than the destruction we see right here.
Well, Ed, you show us a terrible scene there, but people were literally running for their lives.
Yeah, they were. That some of the folks who were pedestrians coming across Clark Street here saw the commotion. But as one of the fellows was telling us, it happened so quickly. All he heard was the big bang. He looked up and he saw dirt flying and he saw the truck. So some of the folks didn't even realize what was happening because that truck was just coming down so fast, out of control down the hillside.
So the band Boy Hits Car, I'm Googling them here. They were formed in the 1990s, I believe. They're from LA, so they probably have some diehard fans that were coming to see them. Have you seen fans showing up thinking there's a show, maybe not hearing the news?
Well, we saw that fella. Remember, we just showed you. He came all the way from Germany. He was here on the Strip. He was coming to see them. And the Good Old Boys was another group that was playing here tonight. But, Christine, you know rock and roll. Think about the Whisky A Go-Go. Goes back to, if I'm correct, what, 1964. You talk about rock and roll here on the Sunset Strip. Janis Joplin, Led Zeppelin, The Doors. My goodness, talk about the history here. So for this dump truck to slam into this historic place, I mean, what are the odds, huh?
Yeah, so of course, as you know, been there many, many times. I was wondering if the building is so damaged that the building is unsafe that way, or just all that's going on there.
Well, I think it's all that's going on there. We talked to some of the folks earlier. They haven't been able to get inside to even determine if there's any structural damage. They're hoping for the best, but the problem is the power's off here. And when we talked about maybe there would be some security video from the cameras they have on the backside that show that truck barreling into the building, they said, yeah, there probably is because we have cameras back there, but the trouble is there's no power, so we can't access the video system. So they're hoping to give that to us tomorrow.
I feel bad for the band.
Yeah, I feel badly for the band and for the tourist, although that German tourist is going to have a heck of a story when he gets back home.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much, Ed.